So guys, it has been almost a month since I have uploaded. It has been a very busy month, so sorry about that. I will be getting back into more regular uploads because things are about to start calming down a little bit. But welcome back to the Kendall's Creations podcast. I am Kendall, and this is where I talk about knitting, crochet, and my intense habit of buying yarn. So today is June 24th. I had my college orientation today, so I'm recording this kind of late. It's getting uploaded tomorrow on the 25th. But, so, I'm gonna start right away because I think it's gonna take me a little while to get through everything. So, I do have one finished object. I don't have it with me though because it is currently getting blocked. I will put up a picture of it somewhere on the screen. I don't exactly know where. But it is the Claudette tee by Beck's Knit. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen it because I did post it. Instagram will be linked in the description as always. But this is the yarn I used. I used ForageFiberCo Pima 100 in the color 8426, which is Cosmos. I have a lot left. I didn't think I'd have this much left because the way I might have just miscalculated, but oh, I can use this for something, I'm sure. So that's my finished object. I really like it's very beautiful. The pattern is super easy to follow, and like for the shoulders you use German short rows, which I am not very good at, but she does include a video on how to do it. She includes videos on how to do everything. The pattern is super well written and all of that. It is absolutely amazing. I totally recommend it. And it is such an adorable freaking shirt. And it's like a legit shirt. It's not like, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know I made a lot of my little secret crops. And it's not that. Like, it's not like a tank top. It's like a legit shirt. I did mess up like the neckline because it's kind of like a square neckline. And I like, cause like you do decreases here to keep it the square, and I like the decreases are a little wonky, but it was my first time doing them, and it makes it more like me. Like it is more, like it's more noticeably handmade, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But when I make my next one, which I will now have to talk about later, I am going to adjust how I did it. I think I just interpreted the pattern wrong because it was a new stitch, and I didn't do my research because I was impatient and wanted to knit it. But anyways, so I have one half finished object. This is my first library sock. It is absolutely beautiful. I forgot who created the pattern. Bye. Oh, I did this wrong. Oh well. But the kitchen sink shop. So I actually did this pattern wrong. I'm just realizing. The pattern is only supposed to be on the front, not on the back. But I did it on the back, and it looks absolutely great still. So yeah, we're just gonna say I did that on purpose. But it's super easy. I love it so much. This is knit with ForageFiber Company's Spring Tonals and Spring Green. It's very pretty. There's not too accurate of color. Give me 1 second. Okay, so this is a more accurate color. It is very pretty. Love it very, very much. I have not been working on my socks recently because I've just been doing so many other things, but I will be getting back into sock knitting again. I just got a little sidetracked. So the second sock is on the needles, and the cuff has been done, and I just am about to start the leg. I think I'm gonna pick up my socks again, most likely this week. I'll probably end up taking this one to work and working on it during my breaks, because it's small and easy to work on. But yeah, so I'm gonna start this again. Love it. And this yarn is so stinking, it's so squishy. Not the cake, because I wound the cake pretty tight. But it's so squishy. I love it. And so my next whip, you guys saw the start of it last time. A little tangled because of the colors. So these are my midwinter socks. I think knit one, purl one, I'm pretty sure. If not, I'll link it. All of the patterns and stuff will be linked as always, but here it is. I'm really proud of myself for doing this. This is my first colorwork sock. I really need to start doing it again because I only have like, I think I have like one chart done and then like one row of the second chart. But I will get into this again, I promise. And I really like it, especially I really like the colors I chose to do it in. I don't know why, but I just really like them. The yarn is by the yarn is by Polarbear Yarns on Etsy, who'll be linked in the description too. She was actually one of my test knitters for my Summerslam socks, which I'll talk about at the end of this video. And this is her coffee break sock set. I know this was dyed naturally with coffee. I don't know if this was dyed naturally with something, but they're absolutely beautiful. This cake is a little wonky because it's kind of small. Also, the colors give me very Scooby-Doo vibes, and I love that because I have a brother who's 6 years older than me, so I was in fact forced to watch Scooby-Doo throughout my childhood. And I think the colorwork isn't too bad. These will get blocked, and hopefully that'll even out a little bit, and if it doesn't, I'm not mad about it because, again, these are my first colorwork socks, and I don't expect them to be like as neat as people have been doing colorwork for like years and years and years and years. So, still very proud of this, and I love it. Oh, something on my eyeball. And then my next whip is crochet. This is actually only part of it. I didn't feel like getting out the rest of it, but I will talk about it. So this is for a Duck Duck Goose cardigan by, I suck at remembering the names of people who do patterns. Autumn Olive Crochet on Etsy. It is very, very beautiful. I have the whole back panel done, both of the front panels, and then I have one sleeve done. So this is the second sleeve, and I only have like a little bit less than 5 rows left on this, so hoping to finish this sleeve soon. I might force myself to finish it today and then start seaming periodically because I don't really like seaming and weaving in the ends, but I did it with my Claudette tee. I got like the whole body of the shirt, I guess you would say, done, and I wove in all of the ends, and then I kind of wove in the ends as I went with the sleeves and the neckline. So definitely I'm gonna do that more, weave in ends as I go more with the second one I'm making. So this is crocheted with Big Twist Value yarn in slate blue. I have used 2 whole skeins of it. This is my 3rd one, and I'm cutting I cut the sleeves a little bit short. Sorry if you can hear my mom's show. I think she's watching the Umbrella Academy. I don't know. It's very loud for some reason. But, so I cut the sleeves about, I think I want to say like almost 10 rows short, because I wasn't exactly sure if I would have enough yarn to do it all. And the border on the like neckline. And I'm not doing the pockets this time, but next time I definitely will, because when I make another one I'll get 4 skeins. I already had these 3 skeins in my stash, so I was like, I'm gonna just use them. So yeah, I'm gonna get 4 for the next one I make, and I'll be able to do the pockets and sleeves, no problem. This is a very oversized cardigan, which I know, like, ooh, I know that's what it's supposed to be like, but like, it looks huge. So This one is going to be for sale when I finish it. If I make one for me, I'll probably make it a size smaller because I think this is a medium. And I'll most likely make a small just for me because I don't really like big flowy, I don't really like big cardigan stuff, jackets, things like that. So I'll most likely go down a size. But the stitch marker I am using is actually an acquisition. I'll talk about what else came with it in the acquisitions section of the podcast. But here it is. It is a little fox. Like, look at it with flowers. It is so cute. I love how large and obnoxious it is. It's just amazing. And so this is from the Little Foxes, Little Foxes on Etsy. And I got the teal version. And it's really beautiful. It's super, super well made. Like, nothing feels like it's coming up or peeling. It's a little scratched, but that's completely my fault because I take my stuff with me in a project bag and I just kind of shove everything in there. And so there's like a lot of stuff that can scratch it. So completely my fault, but it's not like broken or anything. It's just all me being messy. So 10 out of 10, definitely recommend. And the hook I'm using is my Yarn Story H, which is a 5mm hook. This is my light up hook. These are like my go-to crochet hooks for like your standard size. I have like bigger hooks and smaller hooks if I need them, but these are my go-tos. I really like them and they're just great, and I can crochet in the dark because they light up, so that's a plus. On to my last whip, which I'm sure you could guess is a second Claudette tee. This is the ribbing. I have like an inch left on the ribbing, and then I'll start the stockinette for the body. I am choosing to knit it in the round. That is an option on the pattern. The pattern comes with two options. One to knit it in the round and one to knit it flat. And I usually don't like knitting anything flat if I can avoid it. But the way you do the front and the back, you have to knit it flat. And I think knitting that flat kind of made me hate purling a little bit less. And because it's not with like super duper small needles, this is with I'm using needles smaller than the recommended size because my yarn is thicker. No, my yarn is thinner, but I'm using 4.5mm needles. And so it's not like purling with socks where it's super finicky and super teeny tiny. And so I think that's why I like it a little bit more. But who knows, maybe this shirt has just turned me into a purl not hater. I also really like the wrong side of 3x1 purl, because this is my first time working in 3x1 purl, and I really, really like the wrong side. I think it looks very cool, but this is the right side. So I have an inch left of this, then I start the body, and I'm super excited. I thought I was gonna do it, like, get to the body while I was at my orientation and like on the drive there, but I slept on the drive there because I'd wake up at like 6 a.m. and then I slept on the drive back because I was walking around in 80-degree heat and socializing for like 6 hours. So I just was out the entire ride back. So I had no knitting time, but I did work on it a little bit before this podcast when I got home. So very excited. Speaking of Claudette tees, oh wait, the yarn I'm using is Lion Brand Pima Cotton. Ooh, Lion Brand, that's not Pima Cotton, you can't really see it. Lion Brand Pima Cotton in the color Rain Cloud. Yeah, it's very similar to Barocco Pima 100, which I don't know, they feel very similar. These are in two different like forms, so, but they're both great. They're both Pima Cotton, which I like the most, because regular cotton for me is just like not something I like feeling and working with. But this is, I have 2 of these. I use like one and a little bit of this, and I think this has slightly, it's either slightly more or slightly less yarn, but according to my calculations, based off of how much extra I had with this, I'll be fine with this. Because I also made my first one an inch shorter on the body than what it's supposed to be, because I didn't know if I'd have enough yarn, because I'm pretty sure I interpreted the pattern wrong. So I should have more than enough to do this. And so I think, yes, if you guys have been here for a while, this is gonna suck to like admit, because I usually like following through projects, but let me grab it. This, my little secret crop, is not going to be my little secret crop for very much longer. I know, it's so sad. So this is also with ForageFiberCo Pima 100 in a beautiful purple. I don't know the color. I think it's like 82 or something like that. But I'm gonna rewind this cake. I can't really wind up my hanks because there is a giant leopard gecko enclosure on my desk, and that is where my Swift is, so I might have to transfer them if I need to wind up the second one for this before they're gone, because I'm babysitting them. But yes, this, my little secret crop, is going to be turned into another Claudette tee. I have like 6 my little secret crops, and I love them. I love tank tops, but sometimes I just want like a regular shirt a little bit more, and so I will be using this for another Claudette tee, and I think I'll be using my other Pima 100. And then I have some K&C essential cotton in a very pretty like teal color, but I don't know if there's enough yarn in there for that. So I will do calculations after I'm done with this at the full size on the Pima 100 and just see if there is enough yarn. Because if I do, I will make another one in that color. I do want to buy more Lion Brand Pima 100, but I think I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna wait until at least this one is either done or almost done, most likely, but I make no promises because I have no impulse control. So, and I really want the purple one to be on the needles before it arrives, so I might order this when I'm like about to start, because I can do the sleeves in one day. I just haven't been, like, it took me 2 days to do the sleeves because I was knitting late at night and didn't feel like doing tubular bind off at midnight both times. So like when I'm on the sleeves, I might order my next 2 hanks of ForageFiberCo Pima 100, which I got from the website is called Woolen Company, and they have a lot of colors, and I think I'm stuck between 2 colors. I'm stuck between Bluebells, which is beautiful, and where is it? I also really like Chrysanthemum, I think is Chrysanthemum, that one, which is, the Bluebell is, as you can assume, it's a very beautiful bluish greenish color, and the Chrysanthemum is more of like a reddish brown color, so it's very beautiful. Or acorn, if I don't feel like the reddish brown. The acorn is like a more neutral brown. And so debating getting one of those because I love ForageFiberCo Pima 100. I found it at a yarn store up in Michigan when I was visiting my sister. That's where I got the purple one, and since I'd worked up the purple one a little bit, I could see how it felt worked up, and I knew I liked Pima cotton because of Lion Brand Pima cotton, and I think there's more colors of ForageFiberCo Pima 100 than there is of Lion Brand Pima cotton. I'm 98% sure. So I got this. I got the Pima 100. But yes, very excited about all of these, and I love them oh so much. Now on to acquisitions. I have quite a bit. I'm gonna briefly mention some of them because I don't feel like going through my needle bag to find them. So, also from Wool & Company, which is where I got the ForageFiberCo P100. Actually, I went there for the another sized interchangeable needle, which I ended up not needing because I didn't get gauge, but it's good to have anyways. And another cable, which I also ended up not needing because I decided that my little secret crop is just going to become one of these, so I just took the cable out and stole it. So, oh well. Although one thing I will be doing different this time is switching to a shorter cable when I do the sleeves, just because when I did it on this size, like, it's still possible to do on the 28-inch cable, but it's very tight and a little hard, so I'm just gonna switch to smaller cables to make it a little bit easier, so then I can cast on another one really soon after, like once I get to the sleeves. So I got another cable, and which I actually got the wrong size cable. Well, I got a cable for the bigger needles, not for the smaller needles, and so I'll have to get a small cable again eventually, at some point, I don't know when, but I got that. And then, oh, where is it? I'm just gonna grab, sorry for all of the noises. I forgot that I got these until about 30 seconds ago. Oh, I just broke my scale. We can fix that later. So, I got 2 sets, if I can get it out, of metal sock blockers. I got these from Jimmy Bean's website. Why is this so hard to undo? So these are the size medium, and these are the size large. We got both because the size I knit my socks, for me, it's like kind of in between a medium and a large, but I think the socks I knit, for me at least, fit, like, put this on, fit the medium just fine. And one thing I really like about these, 1, they're metal, 2, they are like completely open in the middle, so the socks can air out super quick. So yeah, I think the medium was a good size choice. Yeah, and I'm super excited because I used to have to like pin my socks in place to block them, and now I can just throw them on here, and I'm so excited, and they'll probably dry so much faster than pinning them. And so I'm going to, like, eventually, I have so many plans, but my plan is to also get, like, at least, I have a lot of pairs of socks where the starting end isn't woven in and they aren't blocked because I didn't have sock blockers and I didn't feel like pinning my socks all the time. And so my goal is to have 1 pair of socks on these blockers at all times until I'm out of socks that need to get blocked. I'm not counting the ones I've already worn because I've already worn them, they've already been stretched out, like, oh well. But all the ones I have not worn are gonna go on my little sock blockers, and I'm so excited. So yes, I got 2 sizes of those. Love them. I was gonna get some like wood ones, like hand carved wood ones on Etsy, but we found these, and all of the ones I liked from Etsy would like ship from Poland. And they were absolutely beautiful, and I might still buy them in the future, but I wanted the sock blockers ASAP, and these we're gonna get here faster. And I feel like it's very good to also have bigger more open opener ones, again, because it can air out faster. So that's that. And then I have 1 more. Technically, the ForageFiberCo P100 is also an acquisition, but it was already made into a project, so I'm not really counting it because it came in the same order as the cable and the needles. So you guys probably recognize this card if you've been watching me for a little bit, or if you even saw the last episode. I got another thing of yarn from the Little Foxes. So last episode I showed you their Silver Fox yarn from their Vulpine collection. I got another one. This one's Red Fox. I saw this and was like, oh my god, I absolutely need to have it because it's so beautiful. This is also on the Red Fox sock, which I find I think it's just perfect to have red fox on red fox sock. You know, it's just great. It's just a great combo. So it's $75.25. Their Instagram and Etsy will be linked in the description as per usual. And I love it so much. So I really need to start getting my socks going so I can cast on all of the sock yarn I have, because I have a lot. But I have a lot of projects going on, in case you guys couldn't notice. And I have no intentions of slowing down. And I don't know why I'm acting like I don't have to work 40 hours a week when I'm knitting. Like, I don't know why I'm acting like I have all day, every day to, like, knit and crochet. But, oh well. It makes me happy, so I guess that's enough. But I'm going to end the, like, the actual talking about, like, yarny stuff now and talk about my sock pattern that was released in the beginning of this month. So I released my Summerslam sock pattern. Is on my Etsy. It'll be linked in the description. I think I'm going to try to get a Ribbler account up and put it up on Ribbler or something. I don't know, because I can't do Ravelry since I'm not 18 yet and can't, like, make a PayPal account legally. That dang law. So it's on my Etsy. Etsy will be linked in the description as well. It is a super beginner friendly pattern. The texture is just knits and slip stitches. It's super easy. And all of my test knitters, which include Zandy of Polar Bear Yarns, I almost cried when she applied to test knit because I love her so much. And I test knit the meditation socks with her, which is why I was super excited to have her be one of my test knitters, because I already, like, kind of knew her and knew that she would do an absolutely amazing job, and she did. So did all of my test knitters. All of my testers did absolutely amazing, and I love and appreciate them all. So that is linked in my description. It is, I think it's like a $5 or $6 pattern. If I put it on Ribbler, depending on what the fees are, it might be cheaper, but because Etsy recently upped their fees, I have to make some of my stuff more expensive. Like, from now on, my listings are going to be a little bit more expensive in order to compensate for those fees. So, sorry, but take it up with Etsy. And I'm very excited. I'm very happy. Really proud of myself. I never really saw myself becoming a designer of, I don't really call it, of, like, I guess it's knitwear, because you wear it in their socks, but, like, I never thought I would, like, make a pattern to sell. Because I have my Emily Bunny pattern, which now I'm debating selling, which is a crochet pattern for a little stuffed bunny that I made all by myself because I'm great. And I had, like, a rough pattern when I was making crochet crop tops. I had, like, a rough pattern for that, all of which are for sale on my Etsy, and I need to get rid of them. So yeah, I had, like, a rough pattern, but, like, it wasn't anything written down, and I had, like, taken, like, I completely, like, the cup I found, like, how to do the cup I found on YouTube, so I didn't feel like it was right to sell that pattern. So, and it's also only, like, roughly written down and not at all, like, typed or anything. My Emily Bunny pattern is typed, so I might just release it. I don't know. But yes, so it is a huge stepping stone in my knitting journey, career, whatever you call it. Really proud of myself. I hope to, the whole reason I started these colorwork socks is because I had a really cute colorwork sock idea, and I needed to learn how to do colorwork first, because how am I supposed to, like, knit up a pair of colorwork socks if I don't know how to knit colorwork? And so I think it's gonna be a little while before that pattern comes out, because one, I'll need the yarn for it, because I'll need multiple colors. And two, I definitely want to get way more comfortable with color work before I do that. And so, I think I'm going to end this podcast episode here. So thank you all so much for waiting almost like a month for another podcast episode. I'm really sorry. Thank you for watching. I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. And please don't forget to like and comment and subscribe and do all of that jazz. My Instagram, my Etsy, all of the designers will be linked in the description, and yarn dyers. And then for not hand-dyed yarn, like These ones, they will simply be listed in the description, where you can just put it into a Google search and either Joann's or some other company that sells the yarn will pop up. And the Big Twist yarn. Oh, God. And so, thank you so much. My phone is about to die, so I really need to wrap this up. I will see you guys in my next podcast episode.